meshing with each other.
It's really, there's a comfort level and a chemistry that we all have that I think, can't really be duplicated because it's been 20 years for many of us. I've known Justin for I think this is my 5th movie with Justin. I've known him for about 15 years, so nearly the entire time, and there's just this shorthand everyone has with each other. Um, and that's something that's very lucky because it's like we're playing when we're offset, and then when it's time to work, we know each other's rhythms, and it's really wonderful. Um, no, Mia's not that easy to play because I think oftentimes Mia's she's evolved a lot. I think in the first one she was very strong, like hard-headed, sort of the foil to like her big brother and like a little bit more rebellious. And then she sort of transitioned into this more maternal uh grounding character, and now I get to have a little bit more fun again, and I'm out with everyone on the missions. And I think after Fast Five, it really got fun for me, or Mia was having more fun, and
Yeah.
so with every one, I always have to like I look back, I rewatch the movies, I think about her in the context of the film, and so it's not something that's secondhand, or at least I prepare a lot, and then it becomes secondhand once I'm on set with everyone. Physically for sure, because with Justin, I begged so much to be a part of the action that then I really didn't want to let him down. So I took Taekwondo lessons. I was sending him videos of myself at the gym, like making sure that he knew that I was getting ready. And then with our amazing stunt team in London, I was like, guys, like once you have the choreography set, please know that I want 90 minutes each day with you guys to memorize it and get it in my body so that by the time we're shooting with Justin and we break it up into little pieces, I know it by heart and it's in my body. But that's like the best part of working on these films is that you get to do this with the people that are at the very top of their game. So that was awesome. It was really
A lot of
fun,
fun.
but because of the prep, it really went seamlessly. But I also have to give Michelle credit because it wasn't just on this one that she's been fighting for the female character. She's been fighting since day one. And I think what was really important to us on this one wasn't only that we were a part of the action, because Michelle's always been a part of the action. It was I was the one that trying to like edge in there, um,
Mhm.
but also that our history as friends, like Letty and me are friends, but then the audience doesn't get to see like, okay, do they hang out? Like, what do they argue about? How do they feel about Dom? What are the other issues they talk about? And so I feel like that is also something we both want to explore further because there's so much rich history there to sort of dig into. I think when the enemy's within, it's scarier because they know what your well, on one hand, they know what your weaknesses are. They know the history, so it's like less strategic fighting and more you just don't know what this person's gonna do. But I also think on the other hand, it's like the payoff is greater at the end when you see what happens. It's really given the theme of the films, I think it definitely is super gratifying at the end. Yeah, with the first sequence, I was absolutely blown away. I was breathless after seeing the first sequence, and I feel like it's one of the best sequences of the entire franchise. So I think it definitely sets the tone for the film. I was mainly in London, but in the past, I think my favorite place to visit was Brazil, having grown up in Brazil, and
Ah,
so it was kind of a homecoming, and it was just like the culture in Rio is it's so meshed with the Fast and Furious vibe in terms of everyone just being very welcoming and open, and it was just an awesome time. control freak, so I like to know what I'm doing. I like to be able to prepare, and a lot of it's just a giant leap of faith where you're like, okay, I don't know what I can see the previs, which is what Justin can show you, and it's like a little like stick figure Mia cartoon doing what Justin would like me to do, and so I can get an idea of what's going to happen. But a lot of it is just complete utter faith in Justin as he's like, okay, look ahead, and there's a giant thing coming at you, and you're like, okay, like, and then he puts it together seamlessly. Makes it so much easier. Also, I think as an actor, you're so vulnerable, and and you just have to trust that someone has your back, and that when they've got it. As far as takes are concerned, and as far as the scene he's building, and I just have complete faith in Justin, and the fact that he's going to carry us home with this franchise makes me feel really good. I think it's definitely I think it's Tyrese. And Tyrese, like, if there's ever tension because like the stakes are really high or we're all, stressing about something which is very rare, Tyrese is definitely the one to break the ice. And yeah, he's really fun to be around. I think 20 years ago, when Fast and Furious came out, the audience saw themselves in the film because we had diversity. We had so much heart. We showed that families don't have to be, conventional. They can be just a tribe of friends, and that the most important thing within that tribe is loyalty. And so I think that's how our fan base started. And then I think with each film after that, we had to earn our fans, and we wanted to earn their approval and their love. And that hasn't stopped. We're always thinking about how we're going to evolve, how we're going to grow, how we're not going to let anyone down. And that's really difficult as technology expands, and as we've gone to, like, I think with every film, everyone's like, well, what are they going to do next? Like, it's impossible to outdo the last one, and yet we do, and that's because we don't take anything for granted. What really blows me away about Fast is what we're able to build. So, for example, when Letty and I go to Tokyo, that was built on set, and that was the craftsmanship of set design. And when we're in the lair, we have these massive doors that open and close, and so a lot of it we got to witness ourselves, and then some of it was just we had to sort of imagine, and then it came to life on screen. So it's a combination of both. You can expect your mind to be blown because, and you know what else I really loved about Fast 9 was the flashbacks and how much of Dom's history comes to light, and how much of you kind of learn why Dom is the way he is, and you fall in love with him more as a character because you see where he's coming from. And I think that's really gratifying for fans. That it was super cool for me as an actor to be like, oh my gosh, all those pieces are coming together, and seeing it was so different from reading it in the script. Like I was crying for parts of those scenes because it was like our family history basically right before my eyes. So I think diehard fans are going to be really satisfied with that aspect of the film. First of all, I'd love to be in a scene with Charlize. I think that would be badass. Um, and one of the female actresses that I just adore is Sandra Bullock, and I think she would add to the, maybe take a little bit of the comedy away from Tyrese and give some to her. I think that would also be really fun. She's just one of my favorites, so I would love to see her. And I feel like we've proven that there's always a way to include, bring someone into the fold. So I think that'd be awesome.